Welcome back to Mathematics by AC Okocha, and we are going to continue with our series in inequality. Today we have an interesting question. Just before we jump into it, let me say this again. There are other ways to solve this question. So I don't like when people, criticize what other people are doing. When you have options, maybe you have a question that you can solve in 5 different ways. You have no right to criticize someone for using a particular method. It's the person's choice. You get what I'm saying? If you have a quadratic equation, you can decide to use factorization method. If that is what you understand, you can decide to use completing the square method. You can decide to use formula method. The most important thing is use a method that you understand that will lead you to the correct answer. That is the most important thing. Each of those methods have their own advantage and disadvantage. You get what I'm saying? If you know the theory, good for you. So this inequality, there are different ways you can solve it. You get what I'm saying? My method is one of the best methods as far as I'm concerned, because it reduces your chance of making mistake, in the sense that you are not going to go along with the much of trial and error. If this is this, this will be this. When this is this, this will not. You just go ahead and solve, and you will see it for yourself. So let's go straight and solve this question. Now, what do we do here in solving this question? I told you in our last class that avoid cross-multiplying, avoid cross-multiplication in inequality. If you have algebraic 10 in the denominator, like I told you, I said the best thing to do is to multiply both sides with the square of that term. We have algebraic term here, we have algebraic term here. We're going to multiply both sides with the square of this and with the square of this, like this. So I have x minus 1 over x plus 1 times this one here, s minus 1 square. We'll still do it that side. For this one, x minus 2 square is less than or equal to x plus 3 over s minus 2 times x plus 1 square times s minus 2 square. I told you, multiply both sides with the square of this and this. That is what I just did. Now, you will be asking, do I need to open the bracket? No, you don't have to open the bracket. If you open the bracket, it will be cumbersome and you will get confused. What you will do now is, but before then, what you will do now, let's take care of, let's cancel out the common term. This can cancel this, one of these. So we are left here with x minus 1 times s plus 1. This one I've cancelled 1 there, times s minus 2 square. Then greater than or equal to, this will cancel one of these. So we are left here with s plus 3 times s plus 1 square times s minus 2, because this has cancelled one of these. Now move everything here to this side. So I have s minus 1 times s plus 1 times s minus 2 square minus s plus 3 times s plus 1 square times s minus 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Now if you notice, something is common. There is s minus 1 here, there is no s minus 1 here, so s minus 1 is not common. There is s plus 1 here, there is s plus 1 here, s plus 1 is common. Let's bring it out. S plus 1. What s is common? There is s minus 2 here, there is s minus 2 here, so s minus 2 is also common. Let's bring it out. So what do we have left after bringing out the common term? Well, here we have x minus 1 remaining, and also it will remain 1s minus 2 because 1 is out, remaining 1. So this time this will give you this back, minus, since s plus 1 s minus 2 is out, what will remain here? It will remain s plus 3 times s plus 1. 1s plus 1 will remain. Is greater than or equal to 0. So it's very simple. Now let's move on. Don't open this side, just leave it. S plus 1 bracket s minus 2. Then open this one here. You have s squared. This time this minus 2s. This time this minus 1s. Minus 2 minus 1 minus 3s. Minus 1 times minus 2 plus 2. Then this one, this time this s times s squared times minus s squared. S times 1 s. 3 times s 3s. 1 plus 3s 4s times minus 4s. 3 times 1 3 times minus 3 is less than or equal, greater than or equal to 0. So we now have s plus 1 times s minus 2 times s squared minus s squared 0. That is out. Minus 3s minus 4s will give us minus 7x. Then plus 2 minus 3 will give us minus 1. Is greater than or equal to 0. So it's easy now. Are you seeing it? So from here you bring out the critical value. The critical values are the value of s when each of these is equal to 0. If s is equal to 0, s plus 1 equals to 0, s becomes what? 1. S is 1. S is equals to 1. Are you with me? Rather, s is equals to minus 1. I've started making mistake already. If this one equates it to 0, s is equals to minus 1, not 1. S is equals to minus 1. Where do I put it now? S is equals to minus 1. S is equals to minus 1. Then this one, if you equate this is equals to 0, s minus equals to 0, s will be equals to plus 2. Then for this one, if you equate it equals to 0, when you collect like terms, you have plus 1, divide both sides by 7. So s is equals to minus 1 over 7. These are the critical values. So the critical value is minus 1, 2, minus 1 over 7. But take note, take note. From here, from the original equation, notice that s cannot be minus 1 because if s is minus 1, this is undefined. And if s is 2, this is undefined because if here is 2, that will give you 0 in the denominator. That is undefined. If here is minus 1, that will give you 0 in this side. That will make it undefined. So remember that s is not equals to what? It's not equals to minus 1, and s is not equal to what? And s is not equal to what? It's not equal to 2. Take note of that, because that information will help you as well. It will help you as well represent it in the number line. Now look at the number line. So here is x. You start from the list. The list number here will be minus 1. Let's put it here. Minus 1. So if that place is minus 1, let's say here is 0. Before 0, we should have minus 1 over 7. That is minus 1 over 7. Let's put it here. Minus 1 over what? Over 7. Minus 1 over 7. Now, then after that, we'll have 2 somewhere here. 0 is see here. Is that clear? Now, this is what you're going to do. When you are taking off minus 1, remember that s cannot be equals to minus 1. So when you bring this minus 1, this thing, don't shade it because s cannot be equals to minus 1. Leave it open. Because we are already sure that s cannot be minus 1. We are also sure that s cannot be equals to 2. So when you bring this one up also, don't shade it. Leave it open. The only one you will shade, because we know it is equals to minus 1 over 7, is this one. You can shade this one. It's greater than is equals to 1 over 7. You can shade here. But you can't shade this. You can't shade for minus 1 and 2 because s cannot be equals to minus 1 and 2. That will make that equation undefined. Now, how do you now know where to go? Is this coming like this? Is it joining this? Is this going here? How do you know what is going to happen? Simple. For you to know what is going to happen, which we have done, so it should not be a new thing to you. Let's check this interval from negative infinity to before 1. Let's put minus 2. If you put minus 2 here now, you have minus. If you put minus, because minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1, that is minus. If you put minus 2 here now, minus 2 is minus 4, that is minus. Minus times minus is plus. If you put minus 2 here now, you have minus 7 times minus 2, that is plus 14. 14 minus 1 will still give you plus 14. Remember, we have plus here. This time, this minus times minus plus times plus. So this region is positive. This region is positive. And if that region is positive, this region will be negative. This region will be positive. And this region will be negative. I told you that it alternates. You can check this region now. After 2, let's check 3. Put 3 here. 3 plus 1, 4, positive. Put 3 here. 3 minus 2, 1, positive. Put 3 here. Minus 7 times 3, minus 21. Minus 21 minus 1, minus 24, negative. Positive times positive will give you positive. Positive times negative will give you negative. Now, how do you now know where to go? The inequality is greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. When something is greater than 0, it is positive. So go positive direction. You go positive direction. This one come like this. This one come like this. And they meet at the center. Then this one, you go this way, positive direction. You can't come to the negative direction, negative range. This is the range. This is the side that is valid. This is the side that is valid. This negative side that is not shaded is not valid. So how do you now pick your answer? Simple. First, you can say that one way to pick the answer is to say that x is less than minus 1, or you connect this one. This one will be what? Minus 1 over 7 is less than or equal to, actually is greater than or equal to, that is what it implies, x, then is less than 2. This together is one of the answer. This one now you're saying together like this is the answer to this equation. But you can still write it in another way by saying that S is a member of from negative infinity to before minus 1. That is why it's like this, to before minus 1 union, then from minus 1 over 7 inclusive. That is why I'm from minus 1 over 7 to before 2. To before 2. Like this. Not like this one. So this is another way to present it. This is the valid range for this inequality. Very interesting. It takes time like this because I'm teaching. If I'm to solve it on my own, it will take me up to even 1 minute to solve. But because I'm teaching, I have to explain for you to understand. It works perfectly. Some people will say it's long, but I can guarantee you that the answer can never be wrong. It cannot be wrong. I am very sure of that. Okay, that will be all for now. We'll continue in our next class. See you in our next class.